Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and this is the RPG A Day 2021 edition. This is an initiative that was started by Dave Chapman 8 years ago, and we talk about role-playing games every single day during the month of August. And when I say we, it's because there's loads of people doing it, and there are videos and podcasts and blog posts and all sorts of things going on that you should really check out because there's some absolutely fantastic content out there. Today, the theme of the day should be think, but also the subplot should be consensus. So I want to talk about think consensus. Okay, consensus is sometimes a complete impossibility. The larger the crowd, the harder it is to get consensus about what or how to do it. And we know that we have had some issues in the role-playing game scene and community where reaching consensus has proven to be completely impossible. So what I'm thinking, see what I did there? What I'm thinking is when to break it. You see, when you are around the table, I know that the GM is meant to have the final word on absolutely anything and everything that happens around the table. Yeah, I know I'm pushing here an awful lot, but just bear with me for a minute. Just bear with me. Sometimes, let's say that you are the GM and you think, well, this is what I'm going to propose to the players. You do, and the players all agree. That's consensus, okay? Good, because, you know, they are in sync. What about when you break it? What about when you have, out of the 5 people in the party, 4 think one thing and 1 think another one, something completely different, and you think, I kind of like what this person is doing. Let's break this consensus. Let's see what happens if the majority has to go with the minority thinking. And let's see what happens if that goes actually according to plan. Because that would be amazing. And what happens if you're breaking the consensus because that player is very adamant, very insistent that what they are suggesting is going to be the best thing ever, and then it messes up? What's going to happen to that player? Breaking the consensus in a safe and thoughtful manner, I hasten to add, it can be a very cool tool and technique to bring a different kind of excitement and a more, hopefully, manageable conflict into the fray, so the players have to learn that sometimes considering other options can be interesting, and also that, you know, if you push your agenda way too much in the face of overwhelming odds, then sometimes things don't go according to plan either, and you have to deal with it, regardless of whether you were right or wrong. Okay, if you're in a situation where you know that avoiding conflict is going to bring the longer term benefit to everybody, but going for conflict is what everybody wants, and you push and 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 push, and you still have to go into conflict and you step back, that kind of situation could be, you know, very, very interesting. It could work because it will allow you to play with the emotional dynamics around the table. So you're breaking the consensus, but you have to think about that very, very hard before you do it, because it can blow in your face. Big time. As in, repeat, big time. So think about consensus as a very good guideline as to what the party wants to do, but it's not necessarily going to be a good guideline or the best guideline as to what the best for the adventure is going to go. The safest route is going with the consensus, because that means that you're going to avoid conflict. And think that you have to be very, very good at managing conflict if you're going to break that consensus. But consider the possibilities. What would happen? And most importantly, think about it this way. What if you consider, right, I could break the consensus and things go blah, 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 in this way or another. But I'm not going to break it. But I'm going to take these consequences and I'm going to try to use them later in a different place. They can be really good seeds of adventure because you're putting yourself in situations and possibilities that you may have not considered before. So, yeah, think about consensus as another tool that you can use, please, as long as you use it safely for the table. If breaking the consensus is going to, break the fun or hurt people or just make some people not enjoy the game, then it may not be a good idea. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. But think about what will happen if you did and whether you can use those consequences later on, because that, my friends, that could be very, very cool indeed. I will talk to you tomorrow.